meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank, coming with a dank. Scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Live on sports.com.
What up, though? Shout out.
Let's go, boys. The boys are off of the schneid. Detroit Tigers are back. We're going into Pittsburgh. We're not looking to take one. We're not looking to take two. We're looking to sweep Pittsburgh, and it starts with Paul Skeens. Let's go, baby.
What? Oh,
Just funny.
Is his mic not plugged in?
Yeah, that one just jacked up.
Yeah, then make sure that's plugged in over there. They were fucking Brady and shit, unplugging shit, and then not plugging it back in. Yeah. Yep, there it is.
Hello.
Yep, we're good. So what'd you say?
None.
None.
I don't want to bitch about the Tigers. They won. Like you said, they got off the
They
schneid.
won, yeah. Scuba was great.
We ain't bitching.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I was going to ask about the offense. Is that...
It's a little concerning, but just
Should we wait until
you got
a
Paul
week from
Skeens
All-Star
tonight,
break?
so it's probably not going to look any better.
Yeah.
Just got to hopefully you can get some long at-bats against Paul Skeens, get that pitch count up, get him out of there early, get in their bullpen, and do some damage there. Because I'm not going to sit here and expect these guys to score a run off of Paul Skeens. Like, you just got to, like I said, run his pitch count up as much as you can, and then get him out of there early and get into the bullpen. That's what you did last time, and you won.
When Nick debuted Woodward Tigers Live, make sure you guys stay tuned for live weekend games, away weekend games. Nick will be there. Spinny, you're filling in this weekend, right? You and Justin?
Yeah, it's me and Anson. And Anson on the desk this weekend.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. Other breaking news: Spinball Rax maybe interviewing his twin.
Yeah.
His another football. You have multiple football. Who's the other one that looked like you? Was there another one we were talking about as well? Or was it just Graham?
I think it's just Graham.
No fun. Oh, Sorsdale.
Yeah.
We're saying your cousins, though. Graham's twin.
Graham's twin. That's big bro.
And now you guys are going to have some...
Yeah, we're going to, we'll see. We're working it all out, obviously. I went out there and I said that I want to interview him dressed as him. Like, that's something that I'd like to do in my career. And he responded to it and said he's game. So I shot him a DM, and we're working some things out about timing and where it's going to be. And we're probably going to involve our friend John Yu over there at Pro Sports Zone.
John Yu is the man.
And I ordered the jersey, so I'm in now. Now, Graham, if you hold me on this. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Graham Glasgow, dude. Very cool. I'm excited. We got a lot in common, actually, aside from just looking alike. Like, we're both, gamers. We both like stuff like that, too. Both can pound beer. So this is going to be a fun interview. I'm asking him about Counter-Strike. He plays a lot of Counter-Strike on Twitch and different things like that. So
you got to find out his favorite beer.
Yeah. I'm going to pound some beers with him. Maybe I'll shoot Malcolm a text or something and be like, find out what Graham's favorite beer is.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
But no, it's very cool. I appreciate him reaching out like that and sharing his time with me. Obviously, it's a very busy time for those guys. So hopefully maybe we get it done after the Hall of Fame game before actual, like, real deal training camp and preseason stuff starts.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But, it's going to work that one out. It's very cool. Shout out to
I
Graham.
know you ordered the jersey.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying this, I put it in the ether for you, the sales team, whoever else needs to. We're not letting you get out of the pants either.
No.
We got to find a way to get Spinball Rack some football pants. So if you got some Detroit Lions
my guy
pants,
John Yu at Pro Sports Zone.
I don't think he sells the pants.
I think
though.
he sells everything. Have you been there?
Yeah, he's there tons of time. I don't know if he sells.
I'm sure he's got pants and helmets and
I don't know.
cleats.
But I'm putting it out there for the chat, for the public. If you guys got a pair of Detroit Lions pants, we got to fit Spinny in them. Used. You know,
XL probably. 2X to be safe. XL would help.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're stretchy. They're going to fit either way. It's just depending how they look when they fit.
I need some thigh pads. I got a girdle. I think I got my old girdle at home somewhere.
What kind of girdle did you have? Did you have the
hex
underwear
pad.
kind?
Yeah, the underwear with the hex
Remember
pads.
the old school ones you'd like tie around your waist?
Yeah, you had to put the hip pads and the ass pad in it.
Those were legit. I think those might have been better than the thigh ones.
Those were legit.
Thigh ones were cooler.
I had the mine didn't have the thigh pad. Mine had the slot for the thigh pads, but I would still put my thigh pads in my pants. But yeah, I just had the like hex pad underwear girdle that you just pull over, and it's got it on the hips and the butt.
That's like an old person thing to say. Like we had different style
Yeah.
pads.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember
It's also a school budget thing too.
I had these same. It's a school budget thing, and my school obviously very small budget. I had the coldest my sophomore, junior, and senior year. I made sure I got them the coldest shoulder pads. They're like red and black, and had the like belt that you'd like pull through and notch.
Yeah.
Bitches were hard, dude.
We
Made
had
sure I got them every year.
We had like the little titty twister ones. You stick in the fucking little
Yeah,
slot.
yeah. See, I didn't want those ones. I wanted the one that you pull the belt through.
Why? Are they better?
I don't know. It just looks sweeter.
Oh, they just look cooler, dude.
Yeah.
I like the titty ones.
And they were
Easier to put
big.
on.
You know, I was a bigger guy, so they were big shoulder pads.
One thing about shoulder pads is bigger guy. When we got our newer jerseys that are super like tight, so fucking hard to get off.
Oh yeah,
It was like kind of scary. You get like
pull-
claustrophobic
ripping
from
them
it.
off, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
It was
then again.
terrifying, honestly.
for sure.
Not fun. Don't miss it. Actually, I do miss it.
I miss it every
I miss
day.
it. Yeah, I lied. I missed the fuck out of that.
That'd be
It's
something.
crazy too because I remember specifically coaches telling you like one day you're gonna wish you
never
were
gonna
here
be
on
able
this
to do
fucking
this
field.
again.
Yeah. Like you're,
shut up,
you'll be
old
sitting
man.
across from your boss and you're just going to fucking lay him out.
Yeah,
And you're not gonna have the opportunity. Here today, you could do that.
I mean you can, but
Go to jail.
I would. The semi-pro stuff, we're too old for that, guys. Like football is too violent of a sport for us to be paying to play it. Mm-hmm. Like,
Especially if you don't have insurance.
I mean, if you got the bread, you got the bread. Do it. But like, I see these like U45 tournaments, guys playing tackle football.
Wild stuff, man.
Insane, bro.
You gotta have good insurance,
You
man.
gotta have good insurance. I'm sure all of those guys have government jobs. That's the only way. Or, I mean, it's either you have government jobs and you
Why
have
you
great
knocked my
insurance,
speaker out?
or you have no insurance and you're just like, fuck it.
We will be talking Detroit Lions training camp. Obviously, they started yesterday. John Macroon will join us. He observed yesterday.
Shout
he was
out.
there today, so
Shout
I'm
out.
thankful, very thankful for his time.
Yes.
Tomorrow we'll have beat writers all week. Actually, be straight up with you guys.
Straight up.
One thing I do want to get out of the way real quick before we begin all that though is Dustin Poirier had his last fight in the UFC this Saturday, and the card was phenomenal. Like from top to bottom, from prelims to
Amazing
finish.
card.
Amazing card. Max Holloway at 155 is maybe it's a different animal because Dustin was 2-0 on him before last week, and I would say Max probably won 5-0.
Yes.
So being honest with you,
For
guys,
sure.
he won every single round with the opportunity to finish Dustin. Some people are saying
He would.
he was going easy. I
No.
think he was still trying to fucking
He
murder
was still
him,
trying to murder.
He
him,
was
man.
for sure
The
still
shit
trying to
he
murder
was
him.
throwing. He was not pulling any punches, and at the end, he would have knocked Dustin out if Dustin didn't wrap him up.
We tried telling you guys about Daniel Rodriguez
That's
and the
true.
Kevin Holland matchup.
That is true.
All right, the boys profited from it. Mm-hmm. I pulled a little early on my parlay. I didn't miss a single fight until
Till the
Dustin.
last one, yeah.
So honestly, thankfully, I did pull it. I wish I would have obviously waited till.
After Paulo won,
Who thought that was going to happen though? By the way,
he looked good.
he didn't gas out either.
No, he looked
It went to
good.
decision.
He was kind of he looked crazy, but he looked good.
Dude, he was kind of tweaking all week in the
Yeah.
presser. He was like shaking and shit. And then the other thing too, I want to say this about UFC: so much better than boxing because last week and this Saturday, Dustin got a send off, his hometown, main eventing it for a title. Yeah, make believe whatever type of title you want to say it. It still happened. That would never happen in boxing.
No,
It would never happen because they don't fight the best. Like Dustin, not a champion at the UFC level. An interim championship, that's it. Fought for a BMF title, that's it.
Never
but not an
ducked
actual
anybody.
champion, like a storied champion, all that stuff. He still got a proper send-off because he's a fucking fighter. And we enjoyed his fights because UFC puts the best against the best. That shit would never happen in boxing.
no.
Fucking thankful for UFC for that one.
And that's
Dustin for you.
Dustin's never ducked a fade ever.
Never.
Never ducked a fade.
Even after the fade, he's talking shit.
Yeah. And Max, this was a fight. We talked about how this fight is two of our favorite fighters in the UFC. So you knew one of them was going to lose. Max went out. Max looked good, man. And Max is now tied with Charles Oliveira for second most wins in the history of the UFC. Obviously, both of them behind Cowboy Cerrone, but they're both tied at 23. So I think Max is going to want to fight 5 more times. It's crazy to me, but I think like if he's doing it for anything, still it's that.
Yeah.
Like I was worried that Max was going to retire too,
No way.
but I think he wants to get 5 more in. I think he wants that
He wants the belt.
most. He's not going to get.
He
the
was
belt.
talking shit about Ilya. He wants to fight Ilya again.
I don't.
He said it right after. He said, "Hey Ilya, I got the BMF belt. You got the 155 belt. Let's run it back."
I don't want him to fight Ilya.
I
'Cause I want him to win.
I mean, I'm kind of down for it, but
You think he would win? I don't think he'd win.
I mean,
I didn't think he was going to win this though, and he proved me wrong. But
Ilya,
Ilya is a
man.
different beast.
it's kind of crazy watching. I think somebody tweeted it out. They said this version of Max dominate Dustin that way. But that's the same Dustin that went 5 with Islam in a close fight.
Yeah.
And that just gives you perspective how dominant Ilya is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down to see it if it's forced, but I'm also cool if Ilya wants to wait and maybe try to make the jump to 170. I mean, he's good enough to do it.
Yeah.
JDM was already talking shit to him too. JDM's on the BMF. I'll fight you and Ilya for it. Max big enough to go to No, maybe not.
Probably not.
Max a big dude, but for some reason got like a lower reach.
Yeah.
His reach like 69.
Yeah, his reach isn't as long as you'd think it was.
Yeah. UFC has one promoter with the quality. Control Boxing has a dozen dirty promoters ruining the sport. You're absolutely correct.
That is very true.
Because I was thinking about it after I just said that statement, Dustin be able to close out his career in his hometown, main eventing it. And, like, there are some boxers that do get that. Like, I know Canelo has his annual Independence Day from Mexico. And I don't know, Floyd obviously was always in Vegas. But, I don't know, there's other guys that still were great fighters, but you don't get to admire as much because they won't fight each other. You don't see them go against the greats, or they're so diminished after they may have lost that fight. I think it's changing a little bit for heavyweight. Speaking of heavyweight, Usyk might be the fucking GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, knocked out Daniel Dubois. Was that the first round?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty nasty.
I think he is.
And then fucking Vittori and Allen.
Did you know
that was an insane fight?
So they fought in a casino, not a sanctioned, like a fucking like fist
Just like
fight.
in
Yeah, like fuck you,
street
fuck you,
fight?
dude. Yeah. I don't know how that started. Maybe I should be more educated on that one. But Vittori's brother has passed away in a fire, and then something's wrong with Brendan Allen's brother too. He has Parkinson's or something like that.
Yeah.
He's they had beef. He's like, so happy my brother's here in attendance. I don't know if there's a shot or not. I was like, oh,
damn.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, I don't know. He said he tried squashing the beef, but he said still fuck his coach.
That was a great fight.
It was a great great card.
Yeah,
top
great
to
card.
bottom. Had to talk about it, guys. Kevin Hall fell off so fast, says JGB.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's like a real heady guy. Like does that make sense? Like if he's upbeat and about it, like you're gonna see the best version of him. If he's not, if he's down on himself after a round, like you're not gonna get that.
No.
Although this fight, he did almost come back, and I thought our parlay was fucked.
Yeah.
Because I know we bet Daniel Rodriguez, and they're laughing at us for it.
Yeah, and he almost he got dropped a couple times. Kevin Holland dropped him a couple times, but he came through it, and obviously he wins.
Like I said, Detroit Lions camp is officially underway. We'll be talking about that. We have one more mental break. Do we get into the Trump stuff or no? Leave it. Let it die.
No, let's
talk about it later.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It means that's why.
It is pretty wild.
It's
Shout
like
out to Dumbo Jumbo, renewing for 6 months. And he says, shout out to him for finally getting 1,000 subs on YouTube.
Oh, no way. I don't know. I'll subscribe to him right now. I didn't know he had
Dumbo.
YouTube. I'm going to his channel right now.
Sure.
And
Got to go live, right? Isn't that when you can go live?
subscribe.
I think you need 2,000.
I think he's good.
No,
to go.
yeah.
I think it's 500.
It's 2,000 to monetize.
His last video was Advanced Dueling Guide for Star Wars Battlefront 2. So make sure you check it out.
Shout out.
All right, let's go to break, come back, go over the Detroit Lions training camp injuries and more. But first, tell us about Ben Johnson.
Before I tell you about Ben Johnson, tell me about your weekend, Eazy.
My weekend was great. I got to breathe some air, look around.
That's always nice.
Really appreciate life, you know. Donald Trump in a lot of hot water right now. Might need a lawyer, you know, because there's some stuff going on. I think he's throwing some distraction out there. He wants to change the Washington Commanders back to the Washington Redskins, and he's threatened to stop them from building the new stadium.
Jesus!
You can't do that. May need a lawyer. The best in the business.
Ben Johnson, if you've got a crisis, let Ben point the way. Step 1, verify with details and photos. Step 2, engage your attorney. Step 3, notify your insurance provider. Get justice with Ben Johnson Law.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Did you know there's a new morning show in town? It is Sean Belegian in the mornings with Maz. We're pumped to announce the brand new morning show. Sean Belegian in the mornings with Maz. This Monday was the first show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., but it's every weekday. Two Detroit sports legends, Sean Belegian and Thomas Mazaway, team up to bring you bold takes, big laughs, and unfiltered Detroit sports talk. Expect breaking news, guest interviews, interactive segments, and the classic Detroit Fire. Grab your coffee and start your mornings with real Detroit sports radio, only on Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's Live, WoodwardSports.com. Easy to must more Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. John Macaroon joining us in the second hour.
Shout out.
I was actually laughing because I asked for his email to send him the link to join. And I was like, I'm signing up for Brass.
He's definitely already got a Brass.
He's already got a Brass. He's going to ask me reset your password.
Shout out, Doc.
All right. It's here. It's almost like too much at once for me, to be honest with you. Like a lot of
It was a lot happening today.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's so much. But I'm happy.
Chris was sending all this basketball shit in the chat. I was like, listen.
It was good.
It was
good,
so
though.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Those were good topics. Those were for sure good topics, but we got
Gold star.
so much football to cover today. We're not getting into is Kate Cunningham better than Paulo Banchero?
Anthony
That
Edwards,
was so
but
funny,
yeah.
dude. All right.
Stuff.
So Detroit Lions training camp has officially started. Couple of injuries to take note of. One, we talked about obviously the guys on the list. Some are now added to that. We have at least the reasons behind it. Taylor Decker dealing with a shoulder situation. He got a surgery on. Already cleared up.
Yep.
And he'll be back after the Hall of Fame game. Fine. We're never really chipping off that
Nope.
one. Levon Enrique out for this season. ACL. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. You heard about it in all the other previous 3 shows throughout the day. My spin on it is not good.
No.
Not good.
Not great.
It kind of sucks from all avenues. Almost feels like we got duped into that contract a little bit. How do you...
We were like, hey, let's, we're going to have good injury luck this year. That can't happen again. 2 days into training camp. Done for the year. Ugh.
crazy, man.
That sucks.
It does suck. I think for multiple reasons. First and foremost, I think he's probably one of your better pass rushing interior defensive linemen on this team.
Yes.
He finished top 15 in the league last year.
He did.
And you start the season against fucking Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. I mean, if you want to throw
Patrick
Jordan Love
Mahomes.
there. I mean, yeah. And the only reason bring that up is not like he's coming back at any point in the season, but you have a Lee McNeil coming back, but that's not happening until December. And now you're throwing a rookie in there that I like, but more so as a run defender. I look at Tyreek Williams. He's there to stuff runs. He's there to fill gaps. I'm not looking at him to give you top 15 production from interior pass rusher. The other thing for Levon Enrique, too, he played the 4-eye for you in case you want to creep up a Sam on the defensive line to rush the quarterback. He did a lot for you. He could step outside if you want to play a little bit defensive end. Like, I like the signing for all those reasons.
Yep.
You could probably go look back and follow it. I wasn't mad at the Levi signing at all. I think he looked phenomenal in camp last year when Aiden Hutchinson was healthy. Last year, I don't think he saw what he could really bring to you because Aiden Hutchinson was gone.
Yep.
And Lee McNeil was gone. I think Levi was going to bring you something, but now he's bringing nothing.
He's not bringing you jack shit. No, it sucks. Obviously, you feel bad for him. Dan Campbell talked about it. It was a knee thing that kind of came up, and they had to do, and they had to get it over with, and they had to get in front of it. So,
Yeah.
fuck, that sucks.
Does suck.
But you got Pat O'Connor that you're going to need to step up in that spot. Like you said, the rookie Tyreek Williams, a lot more is going to go on him. And then you look at guys like Josh Pascal and Ahmed Hassanin that they are in that same kind of tweener role of their ability to play inside as well, play outside and do different things like that, which is what they like to use Levi for. So
Yeah.
those are the guys that are going to have to step up, and hopefully you can sign as a Darius Smith so that allows a Josh Pascal or a Ahmed Hassanin or players of that caliber to focus more on the interior rather than have to worry about getting edge snaps. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Lots of ways to look at that one, too, though. I think this defense still has a piece that not a lot of people are talking about that we'll talk about a little bit later. Derek Barnes coming back. I think that's going to help in the pass rush sense.
Yes.
So shout out to him. But, yeah, ultimately that
wrap up,
sucks. And I guess the best way to deal with it, honestly, is delete it. Men in
Delete
black
it.
that shit.
Not
He's
here
not
anymore.
coming back.
Yeah.
Gone.
Doesn't matter.
Dunzo.
No,
Don't even pretend he was on the fucking team.
Yeah, so like not to be disrespectful to him, but
Yeah, no.
got to get past it now.
Yep.
He's not even a thing anymore.
The team, everybody has to do that. And I think
Fuck.
that's exactly how it be. 1+. I know. Fuck. All right. He's done. He's gone. He's done now, eh?
One more. All right, we're good.
I will say this, though. Mekhi Wingo we've seen working vigorously through trainers today, too. Him and Malcolm Rodriguez sprinting. I'm here. Yeah, Malcolm was sprinting today.
Love that.
That's way ahead of schedule. Remember Dan Campbell came out and said he's probably not going to come back till November.
Yeah.
Brother, it's July 21st. Malcolm Rodriguez out there sprinting.
But Makai was out there too. He's been in the gym too. I was looking at his Instagram, his stories.
I was talking.
I commented. I was like, dude, you're looking huge. He's like, oh yeah.
He said, I can't move. I got to do something.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
I'm from around the way.
Yep.
So Malcolm Rodriguez is one of those guys working with trainers as well. Alex Anzalone, I don't know if there's going to be a hold in, whatever you want to call that situation. He's there at camp.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell said he actually got pretty testy when they're asking him those type of questions. He's like, he's here, and I can't see that being a thing, him holding out. So the reason why he's out, he's there, not practicing, it's a hamstring situation allegedly with Alex Anzalone.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Could be a coach covering for his boys.
For sure a coach covering for his boys.
Yeah, the way he got tested made it seem like a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's definitely a thing. He's not showing up to camp just to not practice because he's a little injured.
Yeah.
He's showing up to be there with his guys.
Yeah.
But he's not practicing because he doesn't have his contract.
Zach Cunningham taking reps for Anzalone at the will spot. And they're saying it looks pretty solid. Zach Cunningham been around the league for a long time. Never anything of note. He played with the Texans for a very long time. 1.5 sacks, 2 sacks, 3 sacks, 164 tackles in 2020.
Damn.
But that's 5 years ago. We know the NFL linebacker position ages pretty quick. So, Anzalone, I'm sure that get resolved at some point, though. If Dan Campbell's covering for him, he's got his back and getting something done, something situation. And then DJ Reed missed today. I feel it's just a maintenance. There's nothing there specifically. And Ennis Rakestraw is fine.
Yep.
He is just a
bruised
shoulder
chest.
contusion. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a chest contusion.
I apologize. Chest contusion, which, you said, bruised. Sione Vaki down today, the left leg. No update on that one. He did say he was working with trainers trying to stretch it out, though. So
hopefully just cramps.
May not be anything bad. That would be a huge blow to your special teams, though. That would.
Don't even mention it.
I'm not gonna. We have to mention it, man. Yeah, people get pissed off at me because it said huge blow to the special teams, and I guess you're right. Nothing's official yet. But I mean, I'm not fucking. I don't know. I hate people sometimes. Actually, our boy Al was one of them. Hey, hold your horses, Al. I'm not fucking saying he's done. That's a huge blow.
Yep.
If he is. Maybe I should have specified. Maybe that's on me. I got to be accountable in some form
Way
of
to
fashion.
go, dude.
How you feeling about these injuries, Spinny?
No, all right. It sucks. But obviously, aside from Levi, I'm not concerned with any of them, really. They all seem pretty ticky-tacky. Hopefully Vaki was just cramps and he'll be good to go. But just get to the Hall of Fame game, I guess.
It sucks, bro.
It sucks
Because
we're literally sitting there just like, all right, who's next? Like, that's what Lions fans' mentality is sitting there. As shitty as this is, we've for the past 2 years just been sitting on eggshells waiting for somebody else to get hurt.
Yeah.
And now it just keeps happening. Like, it's not like it's just like, oh, this guy they picked up off the street to fill a camp body. Oh, he's gone. No, it's a guy you signed for $5 million last year.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty important.
Yeah,
Done for the year within 2 practices. Like, that's not good. So, but good vibes. we gotta as a group of people, as a concerned fan base, we need to radiate positivity that these guys, it's gonna stop, like right now, like stop. So they're gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna be fine.
Yeah, the thing I'm more pissed off about, to be honest with you, is the Hall of Fame game, because I was looking forward to seeing Vaki. I mean, it's a new position for him.
Maybe he's just cramping easy.
Left leg specifically.
Left leg cramp.
Left leg
You
cramp.
can get cramps in your left leg.
I think I want Wingo to come back, because that's a guy I was talking my cash shit about him last year. I think I may have made a bet that he's going to make a sack. Obviously, he got hurt. I don't know if that counts, but I'll pay up if we did. Somebody finds the footage on that one. And then Malcolm we knew we were dealing with. Anzo we knew we were dealing with. DJ Reed, I'm sure that's something small. And this is another one, though, for the Hall of Fame game specifically. Because I'm fucking feeding for football. And I get it's preseason football, but there are guys in this team that would have played that game, because we're so fucking deep, that have some implications on the future of this team. Mm-hmm. Some this year. Yeah. Tate Radledge would have been a situation like that. Mm-hmm. Another guy injured right now, too, is Miles Frazier. Another guy has some... But Miles Frazier, Tate Radledge, Sione Vaki, those are guys that probably would have got some snaps in the Hall of Fame game, and I want to see what we were working with.
I mean, Tate Radledge can still get some snaps.
No, he will. He will.
Yes, I would have liked to see Vaki and Miles Frazier get some snaps, but We still got more preseason games, so hopefully they'll be healthy for those.
Yeah.
And then we can see them then. I'm excited to see the healthy combatants of this Hall of Fame game when they're there, and hopefully they are all healthy, because I can't do this again. I don't think I can do this again. So everybody's going to stay healthy, and we are going to have an amazing season that ends with a Super Bowl.
It'd be so easy to doom and gloom over the fucking until Liam gets back, to be honest. But we're not.
No.
Strictly vibes are going off.
Vibes. Gotta believe, Nick.
So we gotta believe in Davenport at this point, right?
Now
boys?
we gotta believe in Roy Lopez.
More than ever.
Lopez came up today, too.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
There's nothing official like where he's going. Just maybe precautionary stuff, you know? They tried stretching out, and he had to go back.
There was a big thing that you said there, and to me, this was a quote here. You can't fall in love with your own guys. You have to be willing to look at everything with a critical eye. Quote Dan Campbell. They brought in Levi for a $4.2 million cap hit for 25 after not being able to play. When he did play a full season, he showed a little bit at the start, but that's a bad contract. Obviously, torn ACL. I don't know if he's gonna play again in the NFL. Like, I'm hoping for him in the best of his football career, but that is a detriment to what could have been an upgrade at this position. You know, there's just no other way to put it. You talked about maybe a guy rushing the passer, and you mentioned the name of Derek Barnes. Derek Barnes is a guy that they brought back, and that was a questionable contract and their own guy that they fell in love with. You said he could help with some pass rush. He has 4 sacks in 4 seasons in the NFL. I'm not expecting Derek Barnes to all of a sudden turn it on all of a sudden. I think they have fallen in love with their own guys a little bit, fellas. They haven't really gone out and upgraded.
I mean, I can't argue that they haven't fallen in love with them.
They definitely fell in love with their guys.
I remember specifically, and I didn't want to say anything bad about it. We talked about it, but there's an interview with Brad Holmes sitting down with Danielle Bruce, and they're talking about Amon-Ra and Penny and these draft classes, and Brad starts crying.
Yeah, they're in love with their guys for sure.
He's in love with his guys.
He's drafted some really good guys. Don't get me wrong here. All pros, Pro Bowlers across the board. But it's some of those later round guys, or even a Levi where maybe he was a little too attached to his first, second round pick, you know, and he didn't want to see him go.
Dante151 in the Woodward Sports chat.
Shout out.
With a super chat. He says, the Packers and offensive tackle Zach Tom have agreed on the terms to a historic 4-year, $88 million contract extension with a max value of $92 million, sources tell the insiders. 2 first names, can't trust him. LOL Packers. So Zach Tom now makes more money than Penei Sewell? Is that what you're telling me? When you say words like historic. If it's historic, that's what that means? Love me some Gutenkoost, dude. Gutenkoost. Oh, man. Zach Tom. I mean, he's good.
Yeah. I feel like Penny is making more than that.
Largest signing bonus in history.
Maybe,
Signing bonus.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm pretty sure Penny's up there.
For an O-lineman.
All right, let's go to break, come back. We'll get some positives about the Detroit Lions. To get the injury stuff out the way, because we're moving on from
Yeah.
All right? Dead and gone.
Come on. We're week 1 of training camp. All right. A lot of time left. Not for Levi, but for the other guys. There is. Dude, the anger sharks are going to start swimming, bro.
Listen, you know what helps me relax, calm down a little bit, Spinny, is Gold Crown.
Give me
We got
some
the
weed.
best concentrates, and they're bread and butter. They're crafting elite collab extracts since the Caregiver Days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates. Infused pre-rolls, live resin-infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. You heard me right, 300. That's a lot. I don't have 300 of anything, to be honest with you, outside of pounds. Make sure you check it out. Smoke like royalty. All rise rate of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Make sure you guys tap in. They got deals for everybody. Our guy Goran will get you into your dream car. He's my dude. He will hook you up. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to letstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Letstanford.com.
What up, whoa, mate? Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. To begin training camps yesterday, Spinney, they asked Dan Campbell, what's the guy's eye on most? He said the offensive line. There's 3 to 2 spots that we have to find position for, guys for. And obviously we know exactly what we're talking about. They're talking about the interior. Yep. And to start training camp, it was your boy, Tate Ratledge. Yeah. Your younger cousin. Getting reps in that center. I love that. I said it on the video I made for the other place. I think you got 3 pillars of guys you know are going to go in terms of, like, at the very least, run blocking. And I feel like it's spread out equally if you put Ratledge at center. It's Decker at left guard, Ratledge at center, and then Pinay at right tackle. Yeah. And I feel like, there may be a little gray areas in between. I would say less of a gray area. We're talking Christian Mahogany. But even with Graham Glasgow, not even that much more. Because of, he said something where he's playing out of position last year, had a couple injuries this year. Well, he's get back to who he is. But at the very least, the pillars, guys you know for sure you can run the football with, I think it's those 3. Even though we haven't seen Tate Ratledge take a snap, I just know it.
Yeah, and that's where Graham has looked at his best since he's been on the Lions is
right guard.
At right guard. And, like, not coincidentally, that helps when you're playing next to Penei Sewell. But, yeah, if Tate's ready to go at center, then for sure. I think that would be amazing. I mean, Tate Ratledge is an athlete, folks. Like, he got a 9.99 RAS score, and that's why the Detroit Lions, part of the reason why the Detroit Lions were so in love with him, part of the reason why I was so in love with him as a prospect is his raw athleticism. And they like to pull guys. They like to move guys around. So Tate on that middle and center, it can free him up to pull a little bit more, and so maybe that's where you want him. I don't know. It would surprise me. Like, I feel like Tate would have to go out there and show Dan Campbell that he has a complete PhD in the Detroit Lions offense and protection scheme to get that starting center spot week 1, because I just feel like that it was such a complex offense and such a deep bond with what Jared Goff likes to do and what this offense runs, that having a guy there that's already done it, I think, is more important than just who might be the better option.
Goff's already touched Graham's balls.
Yes, Goff has touched Graham's balls, and that's important, you know. Shout out AJ.
Fan of guys with big butts.
That was my quarterback. You got to we'll see. I would be surprised again if they started the season with Tate, but if he goes out there and shows that he can do it, he's not a kid. Yeah. Like, this isn't this 22-year-old kid coming in here, you know. He's a grown man. He did 5 years at Georgia. He knows what he's doing.
He like he's in the pen.
Yeah, he did a 5 bid Georgia Penitentiary.
Yeah,
he's playing with Paul Crew, you know.
He's 24, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a grown man. And we also, Dan Campbell speak on that matter too. I think this makes me a little bit more comfortable as well. It's just day 1 of training camp. Let's not take away too much from it, but it's a cool observation. Like, he's at least ready to get the first team snaps a little bit. At least they trust him a little bit. Here's Dan Campbell on that matter.
He is big. You know, the thing about Graham, he's dependable. You know, he's a savvy vet. He's played a lot of football. He understands angles. He's smart. He knows the game, and then he'll help those guys. I think the hardest thing for Graham right now is not to do too much, as far as, you know, like, we're trying to make sure that, hey, let Tate do it. You know, like right now, let him go, and so it's been, you know, that's good. But he, like I said before, you know, Graham gives you some comfort because we know what he can do, and he can play multiple roles.
That's exactly what it is. Like, you could have this experimental phase right now in camp because Graham at any given moment you can slide over to the starting center position.
Yeah.
And he's good to go. And then Graham, speaking of this season, he said he's so much happier at right guard. He was out of position last year, on top of dealing with injuries. That makes me feel better because last year that was the worst version of Graham Glasgow we'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, context matters too. Like, that was more towards the back half. Obviously, you would lean towards injuries in that scenario. But that was the one guy, to be honest with you, out of the three of them, I've admitted it on here, I was most nervous about.
Yeah. And, yeah, he's most comfortable at right guard. That was the spot. So, like I said, if you're ready to go, if you think Tate Ratledge is ready to call this protection scheme and do a lot of different things that he's going to have to do at center, then rip it for sure. But I would be surprised if he has completely mastered that before the season starts.
And the reason why he's playing right or left guard, obviously, Kevin Zeiler was here.
Yeah.
Knowing a scenario, now you got him. And Mahogany's young enough to where he can learn whatever.
And Mahogany played left guard last year, and he looked pretty good doing it. And so, yeah, that would be best case scenario that Tate's ready to go at center because I do believe they want Tate at center in the future. I think that's pretty apparent. And he's gonna learn that spot very well. But like I said, I'm worried about him learning the protections and calling out different blitzes and things. But it'll help to have Graham to his right because he's been there, done that. He can help him calm it down a little bit and learn different things. So we'll see.
I think it's definitely a good sign, though, that Tate is taking those snaps. Like, you don't just get those. We know that here, with these guys specifically, and it happened again today, so that's a good sign. I'm reading some quotes from Graham from a Dave Burkett article, and he signed here to play the right guard position. So I'm re-signed with the intention of playing right guard. And then he asked, that's my preference. Like, I really want to play right guard over left guard. But he's like, would you be willing to play left guard if we needed you to? And he's like, well, I guess. Obviously, that's what ended up happening. Yeah. So I think we expect a better version of Graham Glasgow. And like we said, too, Mahogany looked phenomenal. Granted, against the poopy Bears, but
yeah.
I mean, I still have faith in him. Again, worst case scenario with this Detroit Lions team is I think this offensive line, regardless of anything, will be able to run the football. And it happens to be like beyond, like setting up those blocks like I think they can and will. You also have two top 15, Jahmyr Gibbs, top 3 running backs in the National Football League. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs will be able to capitalize on that regardless. And we've seen great running backs carry guys to the promised land. We just watched it halfway through last year with freaking the Eagles. So we'll be solid. It's just getting the matter of pass blocking down, I think, for those guys. And the cohesion.
Yeah, it's the cohesion. That's what it is. Like, all of these guys are capable. All of these guys are capable. All of these guys are good offensive linemen, and they're going to be very solid players, but it's meshing. And it's getting the cohesion and getting the calls down and getting your feet right so you're not accidentally stepping on dudes' toes or stepping on ankles and different things like that, which takes time, which takes reps. So good thing they got a whole preseason to get that out of the way.
I think the other dope part, too, and I meant to send this in Slack. I'll try to get in right now unless we're going up towards break. But
we're getting close, but we can get it. We can get it next break or next one.
Taylor Decker talking about that situation and how he said the standard's still the standard. Like, we're expected to be one of the best offensive lines in the league, and I think that's where it should be. And that's how you push those guys to strive for that level. Like, this is what we are. Just because it's your first year doing it
doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
No.
This is what we are.
This is what we are.
This is how this team functions.
Team is. Yes. This is the lifeblood. We're going to out physical people and we're going to move them at the line of scrimmage. So you got to have guys that are stepping ready to do that. And I think you got them. Like, I don't think anybody's worried about Tate or Christian Mahogany's toughness or the tenacity. Like, that's what those guys do. So 2 new guys taking on new roles on this offensive line, but yeah, I believe they'll be ready to go. Real quick burn in the Woodward Sports chat with a super chat.
Shout out.
Worst case scenario, Ratledge is the starting guard for the next 10 years, and we get our center of the future for the next 10 years next year. Yeah. I mean,
1,000,000%.
You're going to keep drafting these guys. Like, you should draft an offensive lineman in the first 3 rounds, like, every year. Like, one of the first 3 picks should be an offensive lineman. And like I said, when you look at the future of the interior offensive lineman for the Detroit Lions, like, Graham is getting up there, man. He's an older player. He's a vet.
Yeah.
He's banged up, too. He's dealing with a lot of injuries. But you look at Christian Mahogany, Tate Ratledge, and Miles Frazier, and I think those guys in your interior for the future are going to get it pretty solidified. You've got great vets in there, like Taylor Decker and like Graham Glasgow, and now like even Penei Sewell, even though he's the same age as those guys, he's a veteran at this point, to help them learn how to play in Detroit, to help them learn how to play for Hank Fraley and for this offensive line. It's going to help them a lot.
As rookies coming in, you're back-to-back All-Pro, your position. He's a fucking man. Insane stuff. And kudos to Brad. I know obviously we got these injury situations that we don't like, but when it comes to filling your roster via draft, this year's probably the least subtle he's done it, but he did draft Manu to replace Decker in the future and then trading him up. He did grab Mahogany last year, and now obviously this year he doubled up with Miles Frazier and Tate Ratledge, and obviously once Miles gets there, he'll be training there, but we know Tate Ratledge in some form or fashion is trained to be your center of the future. But here is Taylor Decker, the leader of that room, talking about the standard.
I think number one, the standard is the standard. We're expected to be one of the top offensive lines in the league. You lose big pieces, but we've put those expectations on ourselves and put ourselves in a position where we're expected to perform a certain way. It doesn't matter if there's maybe a guy's out and there's a backup in, maybe there's a guy who's never started games before and he's in there and he's playing. The expectation is the expectation, and that's just really not going to change. And I think for me personally, especially as I'm getting older, I can't let myself waver from the expectations, especially in practice.
That's what you want to hear from the leader, too. Like, I'm not going to allow myself – I have these injuries. I've done it before. I've proved it before. But we need to set the standard for this class coming in, that this is how we practice and this is how we became the best offensive line in the National Football League. This is how we practice. And even though he's older, he's not making an excuse about it. Even though he's banged up, he's not going to make the excuse about it. He's going to show up and practice that way. So, shout out to Taylor Decker. Let's go to break.
Yep.
Come back. Mo football. We'll read some comments from you guys, stuff that you have some questions about. We're joined by John Macaroon in about 15 minutes as well. But
Shout
first,
out.
tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You get a hot lather, nice shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts, Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit him at MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Right now, I'm going to go disagree with one of my, what do you call it, mentors? One of my idols, if you will, Sean Beligian. That's my guy. He's the man. You can act, too, by the way. He does everything. Bubba the Love Sponge, a.k.a. Sean Beligian. I was listening to a new show this morning, and he was kind of poo-pooing on the Hendon Hooker project. I'm not there yet. I'm really not. And reports from practice today, too, said he was killing it. But outside of that, yesterday, had he start the training camp as a third-string quarterback, I don't think that's anything I'm coming with a strong takeaway from. Yeah, Brad Holmes, the officer, said we're bringing in competition. You have to. You think they weren't going to bring in a third-string quarterback to push him to be better?
Oh, they do it every year.
And then I think another thing, and it happened last year, by the way. We watched this movie last year.
Yep.
Who won out the second quarterback job?
What's his name?
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, but who was he battling with?
I don't even know.
That was not Nate Sudfeld. That was
Nate Sudfeld. It was Sudfeld. Yeah.
Or was that 2 years ago?
It was
Great
Sudfeld,
poll, Chris.
and then they cut him, and then they brought in
Kyle Allen.
Somebody else.
Somebody
at
else.
the end of camp.
Oh yeah, who was that?
Not Kyle Allen.
No.
Not Kyle Allen. But he was actually pushing. I'm not going to lie. The guy that brought him last time was actually doing pretty well. I don't know why they didn't call him back. But, yeah, Kyle Allen gets called into camp, and people are just tossing Hendon Hooker to the side. And listen, this is a competition. Hendon Hooker may well end up on the back end of this thing. But I just look at this offense specifically. You're not bringing in a new offensive coordinator because you fired the previous one. You're not bringing in a new offensive coordinator because the last situation didn't work at all. You're bringing one in because your last situation worked so well, the other guy got a head coaching job. And so when you're looking for somebody new, you went back to somebody old because you want to do some of the things that worked. You were the number 1 seed in the NFC last year, majority carried by your offense because your defense died halfway there. You would want a quarterback that's been in that system for multiple years, in my opinion. You want a guy that's it's a turnkey offense. You want a guy that's been in the system for multiple years. On top of that, I think there's athletic traits that Hendon has that would take over Kyle Allen. Although Kyle Allen can run a little bit too. I ain't going to discredit that. Jake Fromm, great pull. That's
Shout out to chat. Yeah.
Shout out to chat. Fromm. He cheesing Fromm. But regardless, I think Hendon Hooker has the leg up. I think this is Hendon Hooker's job to lose. And sure as shit, today's practice reports come out. You know who's getting second string snaps?
I'm back,
Hendon Hooker. And you know, next my guy Doc Macaroon tweeted out his biggest takeaway today. He looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
my balls was hot. I guess I just want to get that off my chest. I did get it off yesterday on the one video we posted on over there on LNU. But I want to say here as well, let's stop the Hendon Hooker disrespect. I'm not telling you he's gonna be a starter or anything like that. I'm just saying let's not just give Kyle Allen the job because he walked through the door. We've seen this happen last year with 2 other quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I tell you guys this all the time. I don't give a shit who the backup quarterback is. If your backup quarterback has to play more than 1 series, you're probably not going to win. If Jared Goff goes down, you're cooked. So, sure, is Hendon Hooker going to win the backup spot? Sure. They'll probably just bring in Teddy Bridgewater for the playoffs to play that spot then. Anyways, I'm not really that worried about it. Kyle Allen, Hendon Hooker doesn't make a difference to me.
And by the way, I was the one arguing against the whole that Hendon is not like what we thought he was going to be, at least what he was drafted to be.
Yeah.
And it's arguably possibly the future. And I know people hate talking about it, but they're right. He did end up becoming that. And they did bring in Teddy Bridgewater come like last year.
Yeah.
But I'm talking specifically with the Kyle Allen situation. I think that one could be dismissed.
Yeah. Jeff Merrill in the Woodward Sports Chat says, Spemo, you got to do the Graham Glasgow interview hot one style. Should I debut hard ones?
No.
All right, man.
Should I pitch the idea?
No.
Be like, listen, I got a great idea how we can spice this interview up.
Do it when he gets there. Be like, look, I'm already.
Yeah, I'm already dropped the night bullet.
I'm not gay no more. I am
Jeff Merrill.
Shout out Jeff
Sports
Merrill.
Chat. Nick, you look like you're about to say something about the quarterbacks and not Spencer's erection show.
I mean,
Boner City.
Get a Spartan dog versus a Wolverine. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Rod for rod.
Rod for rod. I'm not too worried about this, but I do think Hendon Hooker, obviously, we've seen it in the preseason games, he can actually get you a big first down if you need it. Could he make a big mistake as well? Probably. But I do like the traits that Hendon Hooker has as a backup quarterback. I know you just said if Jared Goff gets hurt, I think about Chad Henne when he came in for Mahomes. He was able to operate that offense, get him through a big series in a playoff game where he was able to really benefit.
That's true.
And he earned multiple contracts because of that.
That is true.
Chad Henne, get your bag.
Shout out.
Hendon Hooker, I think all he needs to do is be able to, know the playbook like the back of his hand, and then obviously scramble for a big first down if he needs to give JG a break win, like last year in the playoffs when Teddy Bridgewater came in and handed the ball off to J-Mo. Maybe they do a fake that, reverse, deep bomb, who knows.
Yeah,
that's it, though.
There is no way that anybody should win this spot over Hendon Hooker because he's been in this system for so long. He should know the offense that well.
And if it does happen, good riddance.
If he doesn't, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes. The talent level of backup quarterbacks is not going to be what gives you the job different. Kyle Allen goes out there. He's not any better of a quarterback than Hendon Hooker is talent-wise. It's just if Hendon Hooker doesn't know the system and the playbook by now, then they'll start getting worried. But I'm not worried about it. Hendon Hooker's going to be backup going into the season, and I couldn't care less.
That's where I'm at too. I think, and I think it matters a little. And this obviously doesn't matter drastically because he's not a guy taking a snap in most like your preferred situation. But in a situation where you may need one, like, your backup situation doesn't matter. We saw Chad Henne close out a game for the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw Malik Willis keep the Packers afloat for a little bit last year. I think actually Flannel Sam on a whole tangent about this. Brock Osweiler for Peyton Manning. Like it matters in certain spots. You just don't want it any more than like 5 games.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want it any more than 1 snap.
Yeah, I mean I don't want it at all, ideally, but like
But I mean, look how tight the race was last year, right? Like, and it's going to be that way probably this year again because that's just when you're competing for a championship. That difference between the 1 seed and the 3 seed or a wild card spot is often a couple games, and so that kind of difference can be small, but it can be important. I get it. I'm not gonna crash out about it. I'm not gonna get overly amped about it, but it can actually make a difference if, say, the worst happens, it goes down for a game or two, or just even series within a game. You having somebody like Hendon Hooker who's been in the system for years, I do feel decently comfortable, even though the film hasn't really given me anything to be necessarily super optimistic about.
Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat says Brad is cooking up a first-round quarterback pick out of nowhere, and we'll just say BPA over and over when asked about it. Remember this. That'll be the best day of Easy's life.
What?
Brad just used the first-round pick on a quarterback.
I mean, we saw it with Manu. It may not be a first-round investment, but it's going to come. It happened with Goff here already.
They'll probably draft.
It's just a smart thing to do.
You
got to prepare yourself for the future or a contract situation, whatever it may be. Anything can happen. Yeah, you should probably prep yourself by grabbing some flyers and quarterbacks. I have no problem with that whatsoever at all. Yeah. It worked out for the 49ers. Went to Super Bowl with that guy.
Yep.
I would definitely not mind if we got a 2nd or 3rd round quarterback. I kind of wanted that this year, if I'm being honest, but next year is fine too.
Yeah, I mean, because Hendon Hooker, is he on the last year of his deal this year, or is it next year?
Next year, I think, is his 3rd year, right?
So, yeah, whatever. I mean, you guys know how I feel about backups. Nobody talks about backups. We talk about backups more than anybody.
Yeah.
And, if you're this, on edge about who's going to win that backup spot between Kyle Allen or Hendon Hooker, relax, dude. It really doesn't matter at all. Because in the playoffs, if Jared Goff has to go out there and he gets injured, Teddy Bridgewater's going to come in and hand the ball off Jameson Williams. He's going to run 70 yards for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not that worried about it.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Shout out J-Mo. He's like, I fucking got this shit.
By the way, I also have no issue with Teddy Bridgewater coming in and getting – I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the perspective of development of Hendon Hooker, that's, disappointing, yes. But I think you make the call of who's the best player in that
Cartier
situation.
in the Woodward
I'm not mad at all
Sports
that they chose it to be Teddy Bridgewater.
No, he knows the playbook. They were more comfortable with him, so
got a long-standing relationship with Dan Campbell.
Yeah. Cartier in the Woodward Sports Chat says, redheads have no soul. I believe he's talking about Luke, who is blonde.
He is red.
Blonde.
This has been confirmed.
He's red.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. John McAroon's going to be joining us shortly. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and teenagers ages 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer long. If you want to stay in shape for football or soccer or whatever you're doing in the fall, you can do it at Planet Fitness for free all summer long until August 31st. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Hey, it's Stick from Woodward Sports. I'm out here at the Feldman shop, of course, because they are #1 people. And the Ineos Grenadier, that's the new car that they got. But I got my man here, the Sun God. I'm not lying. His name is Amon-Ra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He sold me a car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Come see us out here, baby. We're in Waterford. We got the pre-owns all day. We got the Grenadiers, and we got new Chevys all day. Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, and I went with this one. I like it. 2023 Durango. It's used. Only got 30,000 miles on it. And this guy, man, I was like, listen, this is my price. You either make it happen or I'm out of here.
Easy.
You know what he did? Went to his boss. He's like, I'm making this happen for this guy. Came back, threw the contract on the table. Now I'm in the whip.
Yes, sir. Sign, drive, 0 down, easy money all day.
All right, Feldman, what's the address here, do you know?
5300 Highland Road, Waterford, Michigan, 48327. Open until 6 o'clock every weekday except 9 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. It's 4 o'clock on Saturdays. Only day we're not here for you is Sunday. Every other day we're here to get it done, baby.
And his legit name is Amon-Ra. I'm not lying. It was
Yes, sir.
destined. It was meant to be. Woodward Sports found this guy. So
Exactly.
thank you very much, man. Enjoying the car, and the kid likes it too. It's nice and safe.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
CaesarSportsbook.com is where you need to go to make your bet for the Detroit Lions second-string quarterback heading into the 2025 NFL season. Caesar Sportsbook, scan the QR code, head over to the website. Use promo code Woodward1000 when you're wrong for not betting Hendon Hooker. It's promo code Woodward1000 and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if that first bet misses. That's CaesarSportsbook.com, promo code Woodward1000. Make sure you contact the Gambling Addiction Hotline if you're having yourself some problems. Yeah, the guy from Woodward Sports said you'd re-up my account if I, All right, what up? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy doing my more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. But we're also joined by
the GOAT,
Detroit Lions beat writer, John McElroy. The doctor. What up, man?
Fellas, you interrupted my Brazzers time, man. What's up?
I thought you changed the password on you.
You chose to email me. This was the time?
What up, man? How you been? How's camp?
Man, the NFL world's like a fast-moving train. It just starts, and all of a sudden, here we go. Narratives galore. Graham Glasgow speaking out. You get Tate Ratledge signing. You get the injury already. So there's so much that happens. It's just like I was in break mode, and when we break, we break. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it starts on a Sunday morning, and here we are. It's like a fast-moving train. And it's a big year for the Detroit Lions, fellas. What do we want to talk about?
Which headline's grabbing you the most? It's doing the most numbers, I guess, on your website these days.
Man, no, it's a good question. Listen, bread and butter, Jared Goff, Jamison Williams, the big guns, Terry and Arnold, and now the rookies, clearly. Ahmed Hassanin, Isaac Tesla, Tyleek Williams, Tate Ratledge. A lot of good things. I'm blessed. You guys are great support at Woodward Sports. All the local media definitely likes to have me on for some apparent reason, but the site's doing very well. I'm very thankful. Now I'm checking out the digital world like you guys, doing some YouTube stuff as well. But the Detroit Lions on SI website's doing great. And look, in the end, you guys know drama sells, and the Alex Anzalone situation's crazy because you realize, okay, you aced. The word that Dan Campbell used was aced his conditioning test. And the next day his hamstring hurts. What kind of condition was he in to be able to pass the test? So I do think everybody that has a brain is reading between the tea leaves. I asked Dan to confirm what's the injury. Why isn't he okay? If he is he nicked up a little bit? He confirmed today it's a hamstring injury. So I just think that it's a little bit questionable that he doesn't have a contract. He spent all off season highlighting everyone that messaged him, that praised him, and he's not there. So I do think he's making a calculated business decision. I don't have any inside information, but it just lines up that, listen, how are you healthy enough to ace a physical and then the next day you're hamstring? So I hope he's out there fast when pads are on.
And Doc, another I think big headline out of camp so far was that Tate Ratledge has been taking the first team snaps with the center and the offensive line units. What has been going on there, and how has my cousin been looking at center?
Yeah, listen, it's one of those deals where I thought going into the year that Graham Glasgow, the veteran, you'd want to have some comfort. Yeah. But Graham is steadfast. He's most comfortable at his natural position at right guard. And he spoke to the media and he said, look, the competition might already be over. I want to play right guard, which really also opens the subject. Like if a player signs with you and tells you, I don't want to play left guard, and you still put him there last year, it's another reason why maybe the year didn't go the way it should have. And you guys look too, if you watch the film, the offensive line didn't play that great against the Commanders. But now Graham Glasgow's happy, and Tate Ratledge is taking all the snaps at center. Hopefully we get a chance to hear from him regarding the fact that he signed pretty late, but luckily he's here, and he looks the part. He looks fluid. There's going to be some times where he makes mistakes, where they have to rehuddle, and there's a lot of things that goes into a call. But it's like one of those deals where I look at it and I say, hey, get all the kinks out of the way right now. Make all the mistakes, get everything you need to, let him play in the preseason, and he looks the part. Big physical specimen, and I think he's going to make people forget about Frank Ragnow pretty quickly, and I'm happy because if you're going to go out and get talented offensive linemen, from the SEC is not a bad place to look.
That's for sure.
Get the kinks out, no brazzers. Well, I do want to ask you about looking the part. Obviously, I apologize. Tyleik Williams, your first-round pick, is going to be asked to take a little bit earlier snaps with the first team with the injury to Levi O. I know it's kind of hard with no pads out there, but is he at least looking the part?
Absolutely. You look at it, and one of my observations today, one of the best players on the field today was Marcus Davenport, but largely due to the fact that there was a lot of pressure from the interior as well. And Tyleik looks the part as well. He looks like he's acclimating, looks confident, and here's one, I think, benefit that people probably aren't going to talk about a lot, but we have to highlight him, is the presence of DJ Reader.
Yeah.
When you have a veteran that's played in the league so long, and you get all that time, you get to meet with one of the game's greats, and then you're a young player, you get a chance to learn, all right, how to make some certain moves here, how to approach certain things. And of course, the blessing is that Tyleik Williams is going up against Tate Ratledge at times, so there's great opportunities to block and see things. But first and foremost, most importantly for Tyleik Williams is the ability to stop the run, clog the middle. And then he's going to continue to add his pass rush skills, and I think he's going to be a great replacement. It's unfortunate that one of the first newsworthy events was Levi Onwuzurike, suffering a torn ACL, gone for the year. But in the end, I like the initial four-man base front. Aiden Hutchinson, Tyleik Williams, DJ Reader, Marcus Davenport. Bring some Sam linebackers on the edge. You got a nice four-man front there. And when you want to bring some extra pressure, I like what I could see from Derek Barnes to bring the pressure. It stinks because you lose a little bit with Levi Onwuzurike, but guys, 1 year, we saw him last year. Other than that, he's been a guy that's been injured so much. So in the end, I think we're going to turn the page, and let's look at players that hopefully can stay healthy.
I read briefly about Davenport today. Was that against Dan Skipper, though, or I saw he did something against Panay as well? Was he everywhere, or would Davenport having success on the offensive line? Who was he going up against?
Yeah, it was. They moved everybody around. It was on both sides. He was making moves on Dan Skipper, Panay. He was just all over the place, and also too, he was collapsing, so he was working on the guards as well. So it was just one of those deals where Marcus Davenport came out and was just, and which was so interesting was he's all over the field, getting into the backfield, collapsing, forcing the offensive line to pay attention to him. And I asked him, I said, and then the Lions team reporter comes up and says the same thing. I said to him, I said, man, you dominated today. And he looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, you dominated today. I wrote your name and number all over my page. And he's like, man, I felt like I sucked today. And I said, oh, okay. And then luckily I was like, I think I saw you dominate. And then the Lions team reporter's like, yeah, you were all over the field. And he's like, man, I'm just hungry. I'm trying to get better. I asked him directly. I said, what are you going to do to stay healthy? Like, this is the thing. The coaching staff says they're going to work to keep you healthy. He's like, I can't look at it like that. I just got to focus on the process, go one day at a time, and try to get as healthy as humanly possible and to be able to rehab, to get his body right, to make sure that every single day he recovers from tough work. But it's just one of those deals where you just got to take it one game at a time, and whatever productivity you can get from him would be a blessing. But I do think an aspect that will help, and I think there's a concerted effort to try and plan to try and keep him healthy, is to use Ahmed Hassanin a little bit more, use the linebackers more, use different variety of players to try and keep him fresh. And it's a strategy I think they're going to try to deploy. He won't play in the preseason, and if you can get any contribution from a great rookie and great other edge rushers like Pat O'Connor, Nate Lynn, other linebackers as well, now you have an opportunity to kind of mix and match and try to keep, because you want Marcus Davenport as healthy as humanly possible for the postseason, and you can ill afford major injuries to that defensive line after you lost now Pascal for a little bit of time and Levi for the whole season.
Yeah, and speaking of mix and match, like, what does that 3-tech spot look like after Tyleik Williams leaves? Like, after Tyleik Williams needs a breather, is it a guy like Pat O'Connor, or are they letting Ahmed play a little inside? I know they like to do that with Josh Pascal, but obviously I feel like him and Ahmed are the same kind of body type, so I don't know if they wanted to get him that as well. But who's going in there after Tyleik bumps out?
Yeah, you got to look at it and you got to say it's time to pay attention to Broderick Martin as well, somebody that can clog the middle and get into that rotation. I haven't seen him too much in terms of focusing in on the interior. I've been focusing a lot because Dan Campbell said all eyes on the offensive line. So I've been looking at Nice and Giovanni Manu. And so the first couple of days, all eyes from the dock were on the offensive line. Now, Tuesday and Thursday, I will take a deeper look at the reserves along the defensive line. But yeah, absolutely right. Behind Tyleik Williams. You also got to remember, too, Roy Lopez is a player they brought in from Arizona. He's stout. I think he's competitive, is hungry. During a second-team rep, though, today, he got nicked up and didn't leave practice but didn't finish. So I want to continue to watch his game. I like what he does against the run. I think he has a potential to earn a reserve spot. And then, Broderick Martin, I probably would presume he's getting a lot of third-team reps right now and mixing in second-team reps when he gets the opportunity. But he looks trimmed down. And hopefully, if everybody stays healthy, Broderick's got to do some work to kind of work his way up the depth chart. But I think right now, Roy Lopez is a guy you want to pay attention to throughout the course of training camp.
Did he get banged up today? I heard something. He got hurt.
Yeah,
Lopez.
he said he didn't finish.
Yep, during second-team drills, he got nicked up, kind of was ginger. It didn't seem too serious. He was just talking to trainers, but it seems like right now, whenever there's any kind of hiccup with an injury, the Lions are taking a super precaution. So he didn't walk off the field with. That's why I can give you a little insight. When you see the tweets like, "Hey, Sione left the field," we're getting updates regarding what's going on because we don't want rampant speculation. So. If you don't see a tweet that someone left the practice, they were there and were practicing. And Roy did not complete practice, but he didn't walk off the field when he was nicked up. It was during a second-team drill. And I don't think I saw exactly what happened, but I don't think it's serious if he didn't leave practice.
And then Vaki, what's up with that one? Was it just it looked like a little stinger, or what's the read on that?
Yeah, I don't have a read on the severity, and I'm not supposed to speculate regarding the severity of injuries. It's a leg injury. He left practice. Definitely they were working on today a lot of blocking drills. You look at it and you say, hey, this is somebody that you can count on, hopefully, for special teams. But, again, the issue is, and this is kind of the global issue that I think people have with Brad Holmes, is there's guys that you kind of been dealing with injuries, and they come into the league, and they struggle at times with their size. And look, man, these drills are serious, and it can happen at any play. I don't foreshadow. Hopefully it's going to be a long-term thing, but we'll update from Dan Campbell on Tuesday regarding Sione Vaki. Hopefully it's a situation similar to Ennis Rakestraw where he left practice and it was just a chest contusion. So you hope that Sione Vaki gets on Instagram and is like, chill, everybody, because I sense you guys are sensing it too, that anytime a player's leaving or you're reading about injuries, there's a lot of PTSD among the fans, all because of last year. And you're absolutely right. They got to find ways to keep these guys healthy and practicing.
I didn't help either because after the Vaki stuff came out, I was like, huge blow to special teams. I should have said if serious. I didn't. And then people are freaking out on me about it. That's my bad. I'm adding fuel to the fire.
And Doc, I saw you tweet earlier about Jameson Williams and about how he's shown, been on display the first couple of days of camp about the route running and the hands looking a lot better than they were at this point last year. And we've obviously heard everybody over the summer, all of his coaches echo those same sentiments. How has JMO looked in the first couple days? Yeah,
you definitely find number one, right? I was on the other side of the field yesterday, and I got to grab a video of his catch. And then today I ran to the other side of the field, and you always want to showcase number one. And first and foremost, last couple years, he was dealing with drops in practice. Yeah. And it's just practice, but you definitely have to highlight what was going on. Now he looks the part. He's ready to come in and do the work competitively, and he looks better. He looks more confident. And you can see the difference in that his route running is crisp. He's gliding out there. He is much more confident. He's talking to the coaching staff. He's asking, hey, when there's one-on-one coverage, get me the ball. Like, why are you not throwing me the ball if there's one-on-one coverage? Well, you know why? Because the Lions defense, imagine, if you're a defensive coordinator, what are you going to do if you have two great safeties? You're going to shade some attention a little bit towards Jameson Williams. So Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph are getting to know JMO pretty well as they're now getting into competitive periods. But JMO's doing his thing. I think when he wants to turn on the afterburners, there's nobody going to be able to cover him. And I just think that as long as the connection stays strong with Jared Goff, I project more than 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. I think it's ready. You can say it. Look, it's practice. We're not going to get to see the full JMO experience until the regular season. But get ready, guys. The JMO experience is going to be fun. And you know what it's going to involve? Deep plays, bomb touchdowns, dancing in the end zone, and a whole spectacle. So get ready. Clip it, baby. JMO's going to show out in 2025.
Nice.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I heard they looked pretty vertical yesterday. Obviously, sounds like today too. But the defense dominated. Was Terrion part of that conversation at all?
Yeah, and I took a note, and sometimes because I've only been reporting on the NFL for 8 years, but in my 8 years, I don't think I've ever seen a defense dominate a 7-on-7 drill. Now, when you guys read, definitely pay attention to if it's a team period or 7-on-7. 7-on-7 is designed for the offense. There's much more space. Receivers can get into the zones, and there's more one-on-one coverage. But the defense in a 7-on-7 drill, I'm looking at Terrion Arnold pass breakup, Jack Campbell pass breakup. I'm looking at coverage sacks in essence, all the way. I'm looking at like out of four reps, 3 went to the defense, and that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to go the other way. So the defense was showing out. And definitely Terrion Arnold let out a howl of excitement because, yeah, exactly right. 7-on-7 is intended for the offense just to get completions in the intermediate passing game. But they dominated the first team defense with Amik Robertson, Terrion Arnold, Jack Campbell. They were handling business, and they said the standard's a standard. We don't care what drill it is, even if it's expected. And then luckily, I was watching back Terrion's video today, and the Lions reporter was like, in 16, 17 years, I don't recall seeing a defense dominate a 7-on-7 drill like that. And so it confirmed my thoughts, is that the defense was playing good. I think that they're acclimating well, and it's getting a little chippy out there. So Calvin Shepard is not wanting the offense to make it a offensive party. So I like it. I like the competitiveness. I do think when you guys get out there and you see the competitive battles that are going to take place, it's going to get feisty, it's going to get rowdy. But the defense has to be able to hold their own. Look, in the end, I do think that it's going to be a similar pattern as last year. Your offense, and that's why I'm hopeful, even though you'll see headlines like, is it time to panic? Those are just headlines. Watch the videos. Watch my content. There's a little bit of fair and balanced analysis. There's things I'm definitely going to be worried about. There's things I'm going to be thrilled about. And the thing that should, and whatever you want to focus on, we'll have it for you. But in the end, what should excite fans in the chat is your offense is going to dominate. I mean, I don't see how teams, other than successfully trying to blitz and getting home with supremely talented defensive ends and interior linemen, which only a few teams in the league can execute, the Lions offense is going to score a lot of points. You're going to be in a lot of games. All you need to do is hope for the defense to hold on, make a couple plays late, bend, don't break. But when you have an offense, the reason to love the Detroit Lions and to spend money to buy tickets to watch games is they're going to score a crap ton of points. They're going to have a lot of exciting plays. Look at the talent. I mean, Spenny, and Eazy can coach the Lions offense with Amon-Ra, JMO, Sam Laporta, JMO. It's like, pick your poison. It's going to be like, today I want to give the ball to JMO. Boom. It's going to be fantasy football heaven. Oh, Sam Laporta day? Great. Amon-Ra St. Brown day? Great. And then you mix in Tesla and Patrick when you want your X receivers to get into the mix. Guys, the offense is going to dominate, and it's going to be fun to watch. You just got to hope to be a championship team is when the time comes. You add a couple pieces to that defense.
Yeah.
When the playoffs start, you can limit some of the great offenses in the league. But I think I still believe it's a double-digit win season and a great offense. You just got to hope the young talent on defense steps up.
Breaking. The doc says Lions offense takes a step back in practice under new offensive coordinator. That's great to hear because Terrion, there was a lot of people question his ability after last year. And I think you got to look at it as rookie year, playing the most man coverage snaps. And I think we've watched him grow throughout this season too. It's nice to hear he's looking good in practice.
Absolutely. Second-year jump from Terrion, Ennis Rakestraw, Jack Campbell. You need those young cats to develop and be at a great clip. Listen, you have great talent. The question mark's going to be, did Brad do enough along the defensive line? That's going to be the key. And here's, a reason to panic. And you look at it and you say, all right, Brad Holmes has been, and let's set the standard. He's been the best Detroit Lions general manager in all of our lifetimes. He can draft, he can develop, he stated a goal and executed it. But to be a general manager, and you always look to the world champion, you can't hate on the world champion. In my opinion, the great general manager has to have all the tools. Draft well, trade well, get a fair share of wins when you make trades, and then when the time comes, it's time to go out externally and land great free agents. The Eagles landed Saquon Barkley and surrounded a great defense with a great offense led by a young mobile quarterback. So Howie Roseman has a total package. Yeah, he's got some busts on his record, but for the most part, he's widely heralded and praised for great drafter, great at making trades, and great at external free agents. Brad is good at 2 of 3. The free agents, a little bit cautious, a little bit of an evaluator that looks for guys that are a little bit more affordable and are cost effective but have a risk of injury. Emmanuel Mosley didn't work out. So you look at some of the external free agents the Lions have brought in, it's been hit or miss, but I do think that at the trade deadline, when you look externally, whether it be this year at the training camp deadline or when the season starts, if you bring back Zadarius Smith, you got to be able to externally, outside of your comfort zone, find guys to be able to contribute. Maybe he got scared by Cam Sutton and freaked out when he gave a big contract to a cornerback and it flopped. So listen, strike while the iron's hot. I know you're maybe reluctant, but get free agents here. This football team is 2-3 impactful players away from being a Super Bowl legit #1 seed and getting after it.
Or some trades too, man. I mean, 3 third-rounders for Isaac Tesla. I mean, that's as much as a question mark as any free agent or trade you make. At least in a trade, you know a guy's productive at the NFL level. Sorry.
No, it's fair. When he falls in love with somebody, he's willing to trade assets. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's you mentioned a guy that I think fans are kind of split, right? Like some people say they don't want him back for some reason. I don't understand, but I think a majority of fans want to see the Lions re-sign Zadarius Smith, want to see the Lions, and especially now with Levi Onwuzurike out, I know that they don't play the same position, but that allows you more solidified at edge, so then those tweeners that we mentioned can focus more on the interior. What do you think about Zadarius Smith? Is that still going to get done, or is that just kind of gone now?
No, it's not gone because I do think Zadarius is going to wait till the end. Remember, too, this is how it works. Zadarius is waiting for the best deal. It's a business. Yeah. And he's waiting to see if another team has a training camp injury, then his salary goes up another $1 million. Let's say he wants to be between $4 and $7 million, and the Lions are probably going to be on the lower end of 4 to 5, and he wants to be on the higher end. So he's just going to wait and relax. He doesn't have to come to training camp. He knows the NFL. He knows the Lions. So I do think it's in his advantageous position to put himself in a position to leverage the most. And I do think that by the time the end of training camp comes, there will be more talks between the Lions and Zadarius Smith. And if there's a deal that can be worked out, it's a business. And if there's a 1-year deal with a lot of incentives that you give him for pressures and sacks, then you make the deal. But if Zadarius wants to just maximize his value, then it behooves him to wait until a team suffers an injury or is showcasing in training camp that the defensive end spot is a weak spot. So Zadarius wants to maximize his leverage, but in the end, I do think that there is a relationship that's been built with the Lions, and you can always call back to Zadarius Smith. He's a good player, but remember, guys, he's north of 30. You typically don't get a lot better in your 30s. You know what he brought to the table. He wasn't that great against the Commanders, and you brought Ahmed Hassanin here to develop. You have Nate Lynn. You have Keith Cooper, who's young and developing. You have players at the defensive end spot that you probably don't want to give reps to away from young players in terms of halting their development. So it's yet to be determined, but I don't think the Lions view it as big a priority as the fans do.
T-Mac says, Z just needs to tear an ACL. Brad will cream his pants. I want to ask about Isaac Tesla because obviously you gave up a lot of assets to acquire him. I'm sure he's with the third team, second team. What are the expectations for him, and how did Hendon look throwing to him? I saw you tweet about that as well in your article.
Yep. And so, listen, remember that each and every day, Hendon Hooker is going to be probably flip-flopping between the third team and the second team. I did find it unusual that he started with the third team. You want to kind of start off on the right foot, give him the best talent, because today with the second team, he started, you've seen him throw to J-Mo, seen him throw to Laporta. They mixed and matched. On offense in training camp, you do see sometimes unusual, I think yesterday we saw David Montgomery get a third team run. But for the most part, Isaac Tesla has been with the second team and has opportunities to make plays. And today he's developing chemistry with Hendon Hooker. And for Tesla, look, he's silky smooth, runs great routes. He definitely has burst off the line of scrimmage. Where you see a little bit of areas of improvement is when he's got to change direction and figure out where to go based on the coverage. It's a little bit awkward, but he's going to continue to grow. Listen, he can definitely track the football, and he was running out there and put his hands out and made a great catch. And you see the prototypical X receiver that the Lions and Brett Holmes would like. I think he's competitive. I don't think he's going to get to the wide receiver 3 spot this year. But if you can get some meaningful reps this year towards the end of the year at wide receiver 4, no problem. Or some maybe in a rare wide receiver 5 set, he's going to be out there and maybe is an end zone target. But he's going to have a nice rookie year to develop, and it's a great privilege to have when you have St. Brown, J-Mo, Tim Patrick, and Khalif Raymond ahead of him.
No. Baby, come back. Oh. Dang.
Yes.
Wait, you come back?
He popped back. He popped back. There we go.
He's got to go in like 5 minutes anyway. That's perfect, but I apologize about
I
that.
was just saying that he's going to have a nice year to develop with some great talent ahead of him.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What's your prediction of Hutch, man? We just saw T.J. Watt get paid. He's coming off an injury. Are the Lions going to bank on him returning to that form and give him the money now, or you think Hutch is going to bet on himself to reset the market next year?
Wouldn't it behoove Brad Holmes to pay it now, pay the 43 to 45 now?
Yes.
Imagine if you don't do it. Okay, first and foremost, for those of you that said that Aiden was going to sign first, I don't think you understand negotiations. He was always going to wait for TJ, always going to wait for Trey Hendrickson. He wants to wait and see what the number is and then go over it. Clearly, he's young, he's talented. I would pay it now. I would offer 5 years, $45 million annually, north of 115 guaranteed. Because if he goes 20 sacks this year, Defensive Player of the Year, you're now looking at $50 million a year. You saw how Amon-Ra's deal is already like the 6th or 7th best deal right now as the market grows. Take the money, make the offer, secure him, let him play comfortable. I mean, what better scenario? You just saw Graham Glasgow say, man, I was miserable playing left guard. Not comfortable at all. When I told the team, I'm signing here to play right guard. You give Aiden Hutchinson north of $200 million, he's going to go out there and be comfortable. He's going to play free, not a care in the world, not going to worry if the team's going to worry about or monitor his leg and his production. You make him as comfortable as possible. You make him the staple of the league. He'll get you 15 sacks every year for the next decade. He'll be that leader if you empower him. And how do you empower people? You pay him a boatload of cash. So pay Brad, make the deal, and make it happen. You champion, this is your guy. That's why you didn't get Miles. That's why you didn't get T.J. Watt. You didn't get Trey Hendrickson. You said, this is our guy. So if that's the guy, and you know that he was at 7.5 sacks within the first 5-6 games, pay the man. Everybody in Detroit will be happy.
Absolutely. Doc, we appreciate you so much joining us. Before you get out of here, you want to shout out what you got going on, where all these articles are popping up, where people can find the best coverage of training camp in the city.
My man.
Man, thank you guys humbly. Listen, you guys are doing a great job. I peek in all the time. Great UFC bets. Thank you for the cheap bet that you guys threw out there last time. Very nice. Winning bets, always good. And I look at it and I say, all you got to do, Detroit Lions on SI, the hub of the operation, if you go to X, at Detroit Podcast. I'm one of the rare ones out there taking videos, photos. I'm a one-man operation out there, and I'm covering the team daily. I'm out there. And the blessing is, you guys know, if you ask, I'll come on your shows, and I'm accessible. So if you have questions, message at Detroit Podcast. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? It's always great to debate, and as long as you're respectful, we'll have healthy discourse. But if you're not, I'm just going to block you and go back to watching Brazzers.
Doc, I love you, man. You've always been supportive of us and everything we got going on since we weren't even names in this industry, so I very much appreciate it.
We appreciate you so much, Doc.
And make sure, don't be humble. If you guys go out to camp and see me with my head down, walking around, focusing, yell out, Doc, what's going on? I definitely want to see you guys out there at camp, and your opinion is just as weighted as mine. You guys are crushing it with the great shows you're doing, and keep up the great work. Let's talk again soon.
Absolutely. Yes, love you, Doc. Thanks, brother.
And one more thing. Hentai before I die.
Hey, I'm not judging. Just like to shoot straight.
That was savage.
That's a man of culture right there, bro. I fucking love Doc. I swear.
That was a mic drop.
Doc's the GOAT.
That was a mic drop.
Doc's the GOAT. And he's right. All those videos you see of people doing stuff at camp, it's usually normally Doc. Doc's normally the one posting them.
He almost had a 1v1 Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, he almost had this fight Anzalone in the locker room.
And he stood on business.
Doc is the GOAT, dude.
He is the
great,
man.
Great dude. Great at his job and a great dude.
Super.
All right, let's go to break. Black Rock and Jars.
Black Rock and Jars. First is Black Rock. It is a new week. So Black Rock's week giveaways roll on with week 2. Congrats to our Tigers ticket winner, Chris Raddick from Canton. Shout out to you. And now you can win for this week Filet for a year.
Whoa!
That's one free box of filet entree every month. All you got to do is enter that QR code scanned above my head right here. You are able to that entry, excuse me, will also get you into the grand prize, which we all know is the big home football opener on September 14th. Entries close July 27th. Ready, set, go.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Jars, cannabis guys, top shelf quality, unmatched variety, price for you, the people. Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. They got 27 locations across the great state of Michigan, including ones coming to Milan, Madison Heights, and Grand Rapids. It's Jars. My people, your people, and price for the people. It's shopjars.com.
And
Massage Chair House. Scan the QR code and visit massagehairhouse.com and get your schedule appointment with my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the #1 leader in massage chair review channels on the interwebs. Make sure you check them out. All pro shop there, Hall of Famers shop there. It is massagechairhouse.com.
Mad motherfucking packs, boy. Go to getmadpacks.com to find the stores they are in near you today. They've got the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the Blizzard Packs, THCA Moon Rocks, and just regular weed as well. Their cherry runs is delicious. Go to getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, mad packs.
Shout out to Doc Macaroon for coming through. I'm Eazy. That's Spinmo Rax. Sean Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Well, Mike, the Woodward Heavyweights. What was your biggest takeaway from that chat with Doc? By the way, in the Woodward Sports chat, at least Cartier says it doesn't like the way Chris says black.
Say it, Chris.
I didn't say anything crazy. I just said black.
Whoa! That's definitely
Isn't that not how it's said?
I don't know. Maybe.
Say it one more time.
From Wisconsin.
That's definitely a Wisconsin.
Smash the like button.
Smash that like button.
My biggest takeaway from that talk from Doc is to just RELAX.
Not at all,
like,
dude.
It's all right. It's
no way.
We got it's the first 2 days of camp before the first game of the preseason, which is before any other preseason.
Offense taking a step back.
Yeah, everybody's falling apart. Levi O's gone. There goes our defensive line.
Davenport dominating the O-line.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to do this again. I don't want the Darius Fontaine hype. I don't want the Hingle McCringleberry hype. The Isaiah Williams
Dylan
hype.
Drummond.
The Dylan Drummond hype. Like we know the
guys. I think it's more observations.
We know the guys that are going to be players on this team in camp. We know the guys that you're going to get something out of, and not to shit on. I can't even remember his name, but the safety that's been playing really well at camp.
Ian Kelly or whatever it is.
Kennerly or something like
Kennerly?
that, I believe. But
I just followed him on Instagram.
Hopefully he can make a special teams spot or a roster like there. But
he made a play on Isaac Tesla.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. This
Ian
roster
Kennelly.
set. Ian Kennelly. All accounts say he's been flying around making plays, and that's awesome. Hopefully he can get some playing time on the special teams unit. That would be awesome for him. But yeah, I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I went ahead and gave him a follow because they make a
Quintez
mention of him.
Cephas hype, says Nicholas Duncan.
Oof.
I think the biggest
Is
thing,
it always wide receivers? I guess no
Probably.
pads on a lot
Yeah.
more. You see the athletes a lot more.
Because typically, too, like in a no-pad situation or practice situation, the offense should be dominating.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not allowed to get to the quarterback. So when the defense is down, that's not really a good sign. Or maybe it is for the defense. I don't know.
I'm just, like I said, we know all the guys that are going to be important players for this team and all the guys that are going to be difference makers on this team or in the rotation. Just stay healthy. That's literally all that matters. And not off to the best start at that, but hopefully we can keep it going and just stay healthy, man.
I got Danny Campbell talking about that too, but I want to hear what Nick had to say first.
Biggest thing I heard from Doc is the big guy in the middle, and he said Broderick Martin's name, and I was in shock that Broderick Martin's name even came out of his mouth. And to that, I got to say,
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Woo!
got to show it.
You said it to him when you saw him.
Yeah,
At
you
this
didn't say
point.
that to him
Big
after he
fan,
said
you're my
that.
favorite.
I said, congrats on the hot start in camp. That's going to pay off when I see him in the playoffs at Comerica. I'm telling you.
For sure. Yeah, I think some stuff you got to look at the context of the situation. Like, when last year we didn't have an X in camp. So, yeah, Fontaine was probably the guy you're going to talk about the X position doing well. Safety position, same thing. We backup safeties outside of Morris Norris. I know it's Maurice Norris. I just like saying Morris Norris. Who else is going to be there for the backup safety? So Ian Kelly is like one in context you want to pay attention to. Dan Jackson, one you want to pay attention to in context. Although come roster cuts, you know, when some of these vets are getting cut off a little bit there, you're probably just going to grab one of those guys if they're not performing well. But it's definitely names you want to hear that are doing well. The defense stuff, I like to hear it, but also first year new offensive coordinator, I don't know if I like to hear that in camp. Because, again, offense should be dominating those drills.
Nah, I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I'm not
worried.
Yeah,
it's something to make note of for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna be fine.
17-0, according to Spencer Raxter. You heard it here first.
Yeah, no, I'm just not. Like I said, I'm not gonna freak out over camp. Who's not performing well? This offense is gonna perform.
We do have Dan Campbell on those injuries, and whether it's gonna change the way
Shout
they
out
practice or
E-Fog.
not. I saw some people crying about that, and here's what he has to say.
I'm with you. But you got to be careful, you know, and I go back. I know what that is. I've got a little thing on my board, man. Don't, you know, it's, you know, you can't let anything sway, you know, your identity or what you want to become, man. You can't let the fear of injury change the way you prepare. And doesn't mean you're not being smart. You're not reading the data. Is there something we need to, and so no, I'm not changing much. We're going to do things very much like we've done for the last 4 years because it's led to success for us, and we play a certain style of football, and we got to keep that. It's not easy to do, but you have to do that.
Dan Campbell's not changing the way he coaches football, and I don't want him to do.
No.
I don't want him to. This team became something that's never been in my entire life under that type of leadership, under those decisions, and so I'm right there with them. And by the way, right now, a lot of people are freaking out about the injury stuff. We're not even in pads.
No.
So you can't even mention those type of things.
Yeah.
If you want to bitch about anything when it comes to injuries, and I hate to say it because he's phenomenal at his job too, a little bit of the Bargain Bin Brad stuff because they're names that have been synonymous with injuries throughout the majority of their careers. Some of them starting at the collegiate level, getting drafted like with injuries. So it's if you want to blame or be pissed off about anything when it comes to that, that's where I would head that direction, not the way Dan Campbell's coaching this team.
Yeah, I'm not. No, Dan Campbell should not change the way he runs practice. He should not change the way he coaches the team, and he should not change the way that they prepare. And I agree with him on that for sure. When you're concerned or over-concerned or overthinking about different things, that's normally when you start fucking up. When you're thinking about, oh, fuck, you know, I just got back. My shoulder's just healthy now. I have to make sure I do it this way. That's normally when you start fucking shit up. So, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing and just pray to God. Just pray to fucking God.
Pray to whoever you believe
Just pray to whoever you believe in that these injuries don't keep flying around.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. It's too early. And we don't have any the clarity on any of those situations, too, to start freaking out about.
Yeah.
Vaki out of the names today would be the one.
You have to practice. Like, you got to practice football, and they're practicing right now. It's not like they're going, you know, running full tackle drills with no pads on and just being ridiculous.
I'm salty. Great characters, poor Achilles. Yeah, sometimes. Steve Lehman, shout-out return to the Max, says Hassan will be the biggest breakout player. The dude at some point this season is going to be put in, and he's going to give them every reason not to take him out. I tell you what, he's certainly going to get his chances. And I agree with Spinney with stuff he was saying earlier. I've been saying that too. The Josh Pascal role. I think that's where you're going to look for Hassan Hassanin. Just looking at the way his body is built. Ahmad Hassanin, I apologize. He's sturdy. He's a sturdy motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Big dude.
He's kind of built like Pascal.
He is.
And I think the fact
thick.
that he I always say, what do you do, CrossFit? You just do it? Or you play?
Yeah, you train.
Train CrossFit. He was ranked the second best guy in his country. I mean, I think that makes it easier for him to make these position changes. The fact that he's coming in with not the largest pass rushing repertoire, I think that makes sense for him to be a little bit more on the inside than he is the outside.
And you're going to kind of need him to now.
You're going to absolutely need him.
You got AQM. You know, you got
AQM, not practicing either.
Yeah. Well, just fuck.
Yeah, just stop naming names.
Listen, it's the beginning of camp. I'm really not worried, guys.
No.
And none of these names are like, we lost Aiden Hudson last year and continued to win, 14 games,
15.
13 games, 15
Yeah.
games. Like, I don't know how many we won with them in already at that point, maybe 4 or 5. But you didn't lose other than one other game after Aiden Hudson got hurt. So it's like, these aren't those names. So
as long as Hutch is healthy, I can't ask for anything else.
just give me Hutch and Davenport, man. Really. You know, we even come back at some point, too. It's a fucking tough schedule, man. We're going to be a lot of dogfights in here.
I think it's good, honestly. Well, I mean, would you rather have it any other way? This is going to be a super fun season where it's every single week we're gearing up. Like, it could be a Super Bowl matchup because it literally could be. And then we play at Philly. We play at Washington. So you're playing all of the best teams in the NFL. This is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, our home schedule is kind of a cakewalk, which kind of sucks for, like, the fans, I would say. You know, paying all that.
Good for our pockets.
Paying all that money.
Yeah, but they're going to be less expensive. You're not going to have to pay as much as to go see Lions-Browns as you would Lions-Chiefs, you know?
It's fair if you want to go see Lions.
If you could sell the ticket, make your money back. Try to.
What if what Chef said comes to fruition? That is the sleeper team.
With the Browns?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he...
Remember, he was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he was trying to draw up.
I need him to have his job at best.
Did he put like George Pickens on that team halfway through or something?
Yeah.
You're like, what? No, he's not even he didn't play there.
Oh.
Shout out to the homie Chef. He's
Shout
going
out
live tonight
Chef.
too, so make sure you check him out as well.
Check out Chef.
I know.
I'm not forgetting. I was too early.
Yeah, same here. I know we got Lions. Quick little update for Tigers.
Troy Melton.
Tigers, number 10 prospect in their system. 24-year-old right-handed pitcher will be making his debut on Wednesday. He's been dominating in 2025 with a 2.99 ERA, 101 strikeouts and 75.1 innings. This could be a guy who could claim maybe like a 4th spot in your rotation in the future. I'm really excited to see what he has, and it's against a Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. So I'm expecting some big things out of Troy, especially after you pair him with Chris Fetter. I mean, we've seen what he's been able to do with the Reese Olson, with the Sawyer Gibson-Long, with the Kiter Montero. I'm expecting, Melton to be able to come in and, put up some good numbers. So, future's bright for Troy and for the Detroit Tigers. This is one of very few pitching prospects that they have right now, and he's a quality one. So, looking forward to that. Hopefully they can win 2 tonight in a row in Pittsburgh.
Skeens on the mound. Tell us about Loom. We come back. Chat. The show is in your hands. If you want to talk Tigers with Nick, you want some more football, Chris has got some over-unders for us.
Football!
But first, tell us about Loom.
Loom Cannabis. Make sure you check it out. Go to loom.com. You can get the buzzin' long drink, 7.5 milligrams THC in a can. Perfect for the summer, whether you're at the beach, on the golf course, or on the bonfire. They are delicious, and they get hangover free. The buzzin' drinks, I'm telling you, they're perfect. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your order. It's loom.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got
This guy's got a hot girl. Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your more chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
But or if you're tired of the Detroit sports merch you have, head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch, guys. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that, all teams, all season. New designs. As always, make sure you are tapping in for the best Detroit sports swag in the world with woodwardsports.com.
What up? Welcome to Whatever Way. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream.
Share it.
Earlier in the show,
Sharon.
I think a piece Detroit Lions fans are forgetting, Smitty, is Derek Barnes. And I get it. Like Nick said it, 4 career sacks, and they're coming like 1 a year. He's also dealt with some injuries. He also had an interception that sealed the deal against the Buccaneers.
He did.
And he also had this to say today, talking about coming in the next season and how he can relate this year.
Last year was the first year where I felt like everything was coming together for me. The game slowed down. I was at my healthiest before my knee. I felt my strongest, felt my fastest. So it's time to start off where I left. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just super excited to be back out here. I'm blessed to be able to see this field again. And I'm just ready to go. And it's a lot more for me to prove to myself. And I don't care about proving to nobody else but myself. So that's my main focus this year.
You got to be ready to play.
I gotta agree with that a little bit, or at least I can see it. I don't think it's crazy to say that he's probably gonna have his best year without that injury happening, because we've seen flashes from Barnes here and there. I'm not telling you he's gonna go out there be an all-pro guy or anything like that, but a useful tool that we didn't have last year, Smitty, was a true Sam linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a linebacker you put on the line and expect to consistently get after the quarterback, at least in pressures. I'm not talking about always cashing on sacks. Obviously, we should did the Dak Prescott one.
Yep.
But also, a guy who can play a little bit of coverage for you, too. Going back to the interception he had in a playoff moment against Baker Mayfield, who we all recognize as a baller.
Driving to try to win the game.
I think last year you probably would have had the best mixture of both those things out of Derek Barnes, playing the Sam linebacker position. I think why this year you can expect maybe even a little bit more of that, beyond just the mental game he's had another mental reps of last year, but also his coach that we know he's very, very close with, Calvin Shepard, becoming the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
We remember when we drafted Jack Campbell, and my man was in the press was like, I had to start praying to God.
Yeah, he was talking to God.
and Shep had to hit me up and keep the spirits up. And I think in this very interview said there's times where Shep believed in me more than I believed in myself. That guy is now his offensive or his defensive coordinator, putting him in his best spots that he believes that he can execute. And I think we'll see that out of Derek Barnes this year. I think it's a piece we're all forgetting about.
Yeah.
Coming back.
I agree. And you look at 2 years ago at the end of the year when he was playing his best ball, you really saw it start clicking. And then in the offseason and in the preseason, he was playing really well. And unfortunately, the injury happened to where he could never really get things started or on track this year. But, yeah, I don't think it's crazy to expect him to be playing the best ball of his career when he comes back. He has a solidified role now in what they want him to do. He knows what this defense is expecting of him. He knows what he's going to be asked and tasked to do as that Sam linebacker. And that is a spot that the Detroit Lions were missing. They were desperately trying to find someone to fill that role last year, whether it be James Houston or Trevor Nowatzki or whoever they had trying to fill that spot. I think once you solidify that with a Derek Barnes, it's going to allow you to do other things with other guys, and it'll make everybody else around them more comfortable, especially guys on the edge and guys in that linebacker room like Jack Campbell. You got to feel is more comfortable having Derek Barnes in that spot than a Trevor Nowatzki or a James Houston or a Jamal Adams, because he knows Derek Barnes knows what he's doing. Derek Barnes is going to I feel like he would trust him more. So that's going to psychologically help the defense, as well as him being the best player on our roster at that spot is going to improve you, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally a chess piece you didn't have last year. Nick, I know you were kind of You don't sound as sold on Derek Barnes. Where you at with those comments he just made about feeling the best he's ever been?
I mean, he looks jacked.
He does look fucking jacked.
Look jacked.
He
I
looked
mean,
huge.
Looks like he was in the weight room big time. And I've never said Derek Barnes isn't. He's a guy. I don't want basically I don't want to overhype who Derek Barnes is. Really, that's where I'm at with Derek.
He's a starter.
Barnes. I don't think he's a plus starter. I don't think I think he's a guy. Like, he's a guy that.
And you didn't have guys last year. Like I said, you had Trevor Nowatzki and David Long and Jamal Adams. I'd rather have a guy there than a fucking than a potato.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, but I don't want to oversell what Derek Barnes is going to bring to this team. Do I hope he can all of a sudden, bring like a really big spark off the edge? Yeah, I think it'd be great. Is he going to be better in coverage? Yeah, we talk about the one big interception, but has he had another interception besides that in his career? Like, I just don't want to overhype what Derek Barnes is, and I don't know. I'm just not sold on Derek Barnes being like a quality starter that's gonna be a borderline Pro Bowler or anything like that. Which I know that's not where you're selling.
Yeah. I'm not selling you a Pro Bowl debut at all. But I'm just saying.
He's just the third best linebacker on your team.
Out of him. Yeah, and it's in this position we didn't have last year. Like, we didn't have what you were saying.
Yeah.
Out of our off-ball linebackers, like, which one were you picking to rush the quarterback and have confidence in?
Trevor Nowatzki was probably your best bet.
He actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, and a guy who also can do that, but then back up in the coverage too. Like, we just quite simply didn't have that little bit of a chess piece. I think at times you saw Derek Barnes get after it in a season where he felt like he was a lesser version of himself. Going into last year, he said he felt tuned up. If you listen to this whole entire thing through, he talks about just the cohesiveness they have in the linebacker room where he could look at Anzo and they just know something.
Yeah.
It's getting there with Jack now too. Like, I'm not telling you again, no Pro Bowl season. Maybe if he does, maybe good for him. Anybody's getting Pro Bowls these days. It might happen.
It's true. Shout out Tyler Huntley.
But I do think you'll see those flashes you saw previously, if not a little bit more.
And the cohesion.
Especially with this version of Hutch, too.
And that's why you need that cohesion of Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes in your linebacking room, because with the shuffle that you're going to have on the interior defensive line by missing Levi Onwuzurike and Ali McNeil, having your solidified three best linebackers out there, with hopefully Malcolm coming back in November or late November maybe, that would be awesome. Nobody's acting like Barnes is Lawrence Taylor, but he's better than Trevor Nowatzki. And I don't think that's saying, like, going out on a limb, dude.
I'm not saying that he's not at all. That's not what I said. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying MPWMU in the chat. Not everything's about you, Nick. MPWMU in the chat says Spenny acting like Derek Barnes is Lawrence Taylor. No, but he's better than Jamal Adams.
And 2023, he played 16 games, started 13. He had 5 quarterback hits, 5 tackles for loss, another sack, and obviously the interception as well, too. Like, I think if you're saying he's getting better from that, which I believe is going to happen underneath Calvin Shepard, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
It's just a chess piece we didn't have last year in terms of, like, I mean, you brought it up when we talked to Warren Sharp. Hey, we had all these pressures with the sacks. I think Derek Barnes could change that a little bit for you. Not only got to get a pressure, but maybe finish and closing and get a sack for you. Aiden Hutchinson being back as well. I think
he's a better player than what you were playing last year, except for Jack Campbell. Like, literally, if when Anzalone was hurt, he would have been the second best linebacker on your team because Malcolm was out and Anzo was out. Even with Malcolm back, Derek Barnes is still probably better than him, as much as I like Malcolm Rodriguez.
Who finishes higher this year, the offense or defense?
Offense.
Nick?
Offense.
Chris?
Offense. What are we doing?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's deep. I don't know. Actually, we do play a lot of sick-ass quarterbacks. It could be the offense just by default. Having to face Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Dumbo Jumbo in the Woodward Sports chat says, I might genuinely crash out if I see Riley Green strike out again.
It's going to happen, brother.
Yeah.
That's his game. That's the name of the game with Riley.
That's what he does.
Boy, he's going to smack one, too.
Xavier D says, Barnes greater than Potato. He absolutely is.
That is a fact.
And to be fair,
Derek Barnes was going to be a starter on this defense last year if everybody was healthy. That is someone you want back, and that is someone that's going to improve your defense when he's back.
I'll put it to you this way. As good as Jared Goff looked last year, and I came and brought you those reports from camp. Jared Goff looks phenomenal. I actually got killed for it somehow. I don't know why. From Golf Gobblers.
Derek Barnes.
Crazy shit. Derek Barnes is the one to break that
He
streak.
got him a couple
and pick
times.
him off. Yeah, a couple times. And Dumbo Jumbo just setting the expectation. Paul Skeen's on the mound tonight. Riley's going to strike out. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It's fair.
Yeah, just get a little bit better against lefties. That's what Riley needs to work on. K's okay. Couple
Barnes
big
better
double
than
plays last night against lefty, where he just needs to.
He was really trying to get that third one too.
Let's get. Oh my God.
He was trying his damnedest to get that third double play.
Bro, I would have fucking crashed out.
Yeah, it was really close.
Yeah, Riley's just got to work on some quality at bats against left-handed pitching right now.
Yeah.
We have over-unders from Chris. We have a breakdown of the Tigers game tonight. I'll put a poll in the chat. You guys let us know.
Mailbag. Tell us about Feldman.
I will. Leadoff man on in the game. For Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty gives up the leadoff.
Oh, nice, dude.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Lansing, and Livonia. This month's specials include a 2025 Silverado 1500 crew lease for $189 a month. You can also get a 2026 Equinox LT lease for $209 a month. This offer ends August 10th, so get there quick.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Easy. The golf conversation from last year's camp was dumb because you were trying to report something that was already known for us who've actually been golf guys. No, they didn't, because he went on to have the best year of his entire career.
Yeah. He looked better because he was playing better because he was better.
Very
It's normally what happens.
simple.
We'll see.
By the way, several
to the
GM
desk.
coaches ranked him
Take it back now, y'all. The Runyon 99.
Did someone say that?
No, I just kept saying it.
I thought that too. Were
You
we singing that during the break?
Yeah, you were too locked in. To
Reverse.
Mailbag. Who is our fourth string going to be? Fourth string safety, Jackson or Kennerly?
So one more time.
Who's going to be the fourth string safety, Dan Jackson or Kennerly? 2 Watts.
Oh, mama. It's too early to say. I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't neither.
Yeah.
In similar situation like Fontaine, we're like, oh, I guess it's
Are you
Fontaine.
going to have 4 safeties? Probably not.
Probably not. Or maybe someone gets cut. Maybe, there's a roster situation somewhere, and a guy that can actually produce at the NFL level for sure is available and ring chasing. And so you sign him on.
Weezy D313 mailbag. Will this be the year Ivy surpasses D-Book as a player so people will get off his nuts when he wears a cap? If Ivy surpasses D-Book as a player this year, the Pistons will win the championship.
Yes.
So probably not.
Yeah, that is a fact. That is a fact if Ivy is better than Booker, or Booker tragically lost one of his legs.
Yeah. Rando Smalls mailbag. Do you guys think Clark, McGonigal, and Briseño get invites to spring training? Absolutely they will. And they might make the team. Dr. Mario, mailbag. Who wins in a fight, Nick or Skywalker?
Skywalker would dog.
Skywalker would, rip Nick's arms off like Chewbacca.
I love Skywalker, and he's a built guy. I would have a great chance of beating Skywalker. I want that to be known. I think I would beat him.
I like Nick's. I do appreciate Nick's heart and his ability. And no,
you know what? I'll say this though: the size, the strength, the length. But I'm telling you, I'm walking out of that ring.
Nick can fight. Nick can fight. Yeah. Nick can fight. There's no shame on Nick. That's a big hill.
I will say this. How old are you, Nick? 25?
26.
20. So Nick might have a little bit of grown man strength on Skywalker, though. Skywalker's fairly young. We've been lift weight strong, but you know when you come that you hit that grown man strength, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Waiting for it any day now.
Mailbag from Runyon. What is the longest running show on WSN? No, it's BD.
I was gonna say.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's pretty close though.
But to be fair, BD's changed around a lot. It's not the same show it was.
Yeah.
It was Joik Bell.
No,
usually.
it was
Joik Bell, Terry, and
Joik,
Neil, right?
It was Joik, D-Mac, and Neil.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
Terry.
Joik left, and then Terry came in.
Then Terry
and
left.
then Terry left. And
So
now Terry's
longest
back.
tenured, nothing fucking changed.
Well,
You ain't changing nothing.
What changed?
Sound
Boost
and TD.
Well, yeah. I was not
We had
the
Gentry at
first, like,
first.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
That's
though.
fair.
And then we had
Yeah.
JB, and then Cheese Nips.
Main
and then,
host.
Yeah.
Pow.
It's true.
Right in the kisser.
Make sure you guys check out all the new shows and tap in on the weekends for Woodward Tigers Live.
Tap in. I'm salty. Mailbag. Anyone have a wife that wants to go to an Offspring concert with me?
Huh?
Why don't you just find a single girl, dude? Why's it gotta be somebody's wife? That's hype though. Where the Offspring play?
I think it's a Coldplay reference.
Oh yeah, it could be. Good point.
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty strikes out the side
There
and
you
strands 2. S. You know, the pitch
2.
counts up, but he strands 2.
Hey.
Strikes out the side. Let's go, Jack. That's what he does.
Burn. Shout out Burn with a super chat. He says a lot of men think they can fight a grizzly too.
No way. A grizzly would fight. I mean, they'd fuck some. Grizzly, if you ask me the 100 men question versus a grizzly, it's a grizzly.
A grizzly for sure.
Yeah, not even close. They would accidentally fuck.
Yeah, 'cause
you
they
up.
got
Mailbag
claws and
from
shit,
the
too, on top of their
Dundadish.
strength.
Who will be the better safety for the Lions this year, Branch or Joseph? Probably Brian Branch.
Kirby. Hutchback. Just keep
Shout out to JGB.
catching the deep balls.
Yeah.
Speaking of deep balls, JGB, I've been fucking with Eazy since he was interviewing porn stars in his basement.
Shout
We've
out.
come a long way. Appreciate you. Shout out Kendra Loss.
John effing Lord says, who's the strongest arm wrestler on Woodward? Probably Braylon.
It would have
I would
to
say
be
it's
Braylon,
either
right?
me or Braylon.
You said either you or Braylon?
Yeah. Luke's in there too, probably.
I don't know.
Stick's too skinny.
I've never been good at arm wrestling.
D-Mac probably for sure.
Arm wrestling's like an art. Like you gotta there's a skill
Yeah,
set.
there
to it
is
for
like
sure.
a
There's
technique
skill.
to it.
Yeah, but since none of us know how to do it, I'm just going off of who would be raw strength. Braylon's been in the gym more
Dude,
than I
Braylon's
have.
arm's
He's
fucking huge.
Braylon is gigantic, dude. Must be nice to have those genetics.
What?
Shout out Stan, dude. Stan was a man too.
Oh yeah.
No, but yeah, like people forget how much of a freak of nature Braylon is. Like, he makes other freak of natures look like regular people. Like Braylon's the man. All right, well that'll do it for us today.
Says I got Anson.
Anson? Yeah, maybe. That'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. For Eazy, for Nick, for Skywalker, for Chris, I am Spencer Raxter. Shout out to John Doc Macaroon for joining us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Smash the like button. Peace.